it is quite interesting how this less importance of religion, especially in Europe, has led this neoliberal attachment to the idea of labor, human dignity, and how can we envisage in the future a new way of defining human dignity and and common good, which could be feasible for a society. This is a bit the challenge of definition and morality. What do you attach to the word morality? The last comment, but I don't know if I'm really alien as well on the VET, and I don't know much about it, but it's not the best to give the money instead of a teacher or a person trained that needs to train others, directed to a company or businessmen to train and then allow them for 1 year contract instead of spending money to teachers or external schools, or now I don't know how does it work in colleges or schools. It's not bad to give directly the money to the businessmen because they know what the skills they need, and they might use the money instead of paying a teacher to give him a 6 months or a year contract. I don't know actually how does it work, but it is a kind of provocation on instead of teaching, create jobs.
Okay, let me respond to two things there. One, that to crudely paraphrase what you said, employers know best is one of the most controversial issues in this field. In what ways do they have perfect information? To what extent are they rational economic actors? Are questions here. Obviously, by the time you get up to a large company, who's making the decision? Is it a HR director rather than, certainly not the CEO, because the CEO needs to have non-deniability about anything. So there are problems, and there is part of that political economy tradition would talk, one variant of that was a low-skill equilibrium argument that, again, because of cultural factors in some countries, there's a tendency towards doing the minimum. And in other countries, there's a tendency to do a lot more. England, Germany. So Germany would see that it made sense to train because other people were training, because the training quality was good, because working conditions were relatively good. And so there's a virtuous circle between investment in workers, in company organisation, in productivity, in technological development,